All right, guys, I've made a decision, and I know it's a little tough to hear. I'm not quitting YouTube, don't worry, but I am going to reduce my video schedule from weekly to every other week to bi-weekly because of some reasons that I will share with you in this Slices of Cheese episode. So pay attention. Listen up. Get on with it, bruv. Why hasn't the intro started yet? Come on, editor Colby, what are you doing? Don't leave them in suspense. So to be completely transparent, it's been a little bit of a tough week. Just kind of a lot of mental taxing things and a little bit of overwhelmed feeling. And I spent, honestly, quite a bit of time laying in bed just trying to think about how to fix things. And you guys know I'm not perfect. I am a human just like you, and I can't do everything. So I don't want to be dishonest with you. I don't want to put on a perfect face, but I want to be honest, and I want to say doing a video every week is tough. Between 4 or 5 hours of recording plus 5 or 6 hours of editing, just trying to fit that in my schedule throughout the day. It's I've been doing it. It's doable. It's fun. I enjoy it, but it's not easy. This week especially has been kind of tough. Our dryer broke, so I'm the kind of guy that just fixes things, and I haven't been able to fix it, and it's kind of been giving me a headache. So I've had the dryer pulled out and taken apart and trying to diagnose it, and haven't been able to do any laundry. You know, the load that was going to go into the dryer when it broke is kind of spread out all over the house, and we've needed to do laundry for a while. So the house is a little bit of a mess, which I hate to admit it, but kind of bugs me a little bit, just stresses me out to be in it. And I feel like I've invested a lot of time into YouTube, and it's a high priority of mine, but it has come at the cost of a lot of other things in my life being less prioritized. So yeah, just some things that are falling through the cracks. My job as a janitor is a great job. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. Never mind. That's a bad thing to say. I'm cleaning toilets for a living, and I want to do a good job at it. I'm taking good care of these bathrooms. I keep them clean, but there's more that I could do that fall under my responsibility that I could do a better job at. I don't mow the lawn as often as I should, and I don't go walk around the outside area and pick up a bunch of trash as often as I should, because it's a public area. There's trash about that gets blown around, and that's technically my responsibility, and it's not high priority to have it perfectly clean all the time, but those kind of responsibilities have fallen through the cracks because I spend so much time on YouTube. I want to do a good job. I want to be like it says in the Bible, I want to be faithful with the small things so that I can be proven to be faithful with larger things in life. Just a couple other things that have been on my mind this week. It's starting to get cold where we're at, so our house is kind of halfway in the process of getting painted. We put some primer on, but we're trying to kind of on the edge of deciding whether or not we're going to try to do it before it snows and this winter when you can't really paint, or if we want to put that off until next spring. I just got back from Boston visiting some family and going to a wedding, and that was an adventure. That was crazy. Side note, I think I could drive anywhere after I've driven through Boston in rush hour. Holy cow, that was fun. Ask me about that later. We're actually about to go on another trip, next week. We're going on an international flight. We're going to Peru in South America for a missionary conference that we're kind of associated with. Excuse me. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and I do have a high priority on YouTube. And that's a good thing. I want to invest into this. I love you guys. I love doing this. I love crafting videos, editing and making stories and playing games with friends. But there's stuff that falls through that because I take so much time for it, it falls through the cracks. And so I'm just kind of trying to rebalance my priorities. And all this stuff, I'm busy with, but I think the most important thing, I've been struggling to find time to read my Bible. And that's really the most important thing, because it's directly relative to my relationship with God, is how much I spend time with him. And that's the best way to spend time with God is through reading his word. And I have been struggling to do that enough, and I want to have more time for it. And I think that cutting down on some of my other responsibilities will help me to find more time to do that. So by switching to every other week, that's going to cut my YouTube load in half. And that'll give me however many extra hours in a week to be able to do a lot of more things. Like family time is important. It feels like I'm spread really thin. And so I just have a little bit of time for everything, and anything that's just below a certain point of priority, I just haven't been able to do in the last couple months. I have a dirt bike that is in my garage right now that I need to fix the carburetor on, because it's been sitting in the shop for who knows how long, and I want to fix it, and I want to be able to ride it, but I haven't worked on it in months, just because I haven't had time to go set aside a couple hours to go work on that project. It's just been kind of one thing after another of other higher priority projects. The same with The Butcher, the game that I mentioned last Slices of Cheese episode. I want to keep working on that, but I haven't worked in it at all since then, because I just haven't had time. I want to make my wife happy. I want to be the husband that I want to be. Not that she isn't happy at all, but the more that I'm able to help her with dishes and do things out of love for her, the better our relationship is. And I want to show her that is important to me. And honestly, cutting down on YouTube will give me more time, hopefully, to hang out with you guys on Discord and play games, not recording or streaming, just hanging out, and more time for streaming too. I get to invest in that as well. And like just last night, I pulled an all-nighter with a friend, and we played Minecraft for like 12 hours, which it was a time that I really couldn't afford, but it was so much fun. And I want to be able to do those things without feeling stressed out like I need to catch up on YouTube, because I just spent half a day not doing YouTube. But also, by cutting my load in half, it makes it a lot easier to get ahead for trips like going to Peru and things. Makes it a lot easier to get ahead, so that I don't have to have gaps in the content you guys watch. You don't have to be like, what? Where's the Colby Thunder video? Ah! It allows me to be caught up, to be ahead, so that I don't have to worry about it, and I can relax a little bit on vacation instead of having to get right back to it immediately as soon as I get home. I've also mentioned that my wife and I want to build a house in the next few years. I don't think I would have time at all to do that if I was still putting out a video every week. And I'm not sure my life is going to change between now and then. And there's, my video schedule is going to change as we're moving and as I'm setting up my new studio and stuff like that. And hopefully it works out to build a house and to do those things, but I don't know. We'll see. And I want to have time to devote to building that house so that we can move in and live in it and not have to limp along with Jack, with my kid, plus maybe more in the next couple of years, living in this small house that we have right now. And lastly, I want to have extra time to put more effort into some longer videos. Like I just put out a DayZ video last week. That was 2.5 hours long. It was so much fun to have that longer stretch and not have to break it up into episodes. And I really enjoyed doing that. It was it was a bigger project though, and it took many more hours to edit than a normal video does. And I want to be able to be flexible enough where I can get ahead a little bit in order to take time to invest into a bigger video. For instance, right now, this B-roll that is happening is me digging out a hole for a future video. I have an idea to design this house that we're going to build in Minecraft. And it kind of sounds like it's something that's been done before on YouTube and stuff, but I'm actually going to build this house. This is literally where I'm planning the footprint of my house. So that's going to be an exciting video. Watch out for that. But it's a bigger video as well. It's going to take a lot of time to build this house in Minecraft, and therefore a lot of time to film and edit. So it's a bigger project that I can't do in a week. Whereas I can do it in 2 weeks, or I can get a little ahead on videos so that I have a bigger chunk of time to dedicate to it. So, cutting down my videos to every other week, it may hurt my growth a little bit, but and that's kind of been in the subconscious thought of why I shouldn't do this before. But then I realized I don't need to be growing at 100% the fastest speed as possible all the time. I have plenty of people to play with. In any given day, I could definitely find someone, or someone asks me if I want to play with them. So I have plenty of community. I'm happy. I want to invest into you guys, the people that are already here and are already invested into my channel and enjoying my company. I don't need a billion more people. That's not the highest priority. When they do come someday, that will be the main benefit will be I get money, because more people watch my videos, I get monetized, XYZ, more money. But more importantly is the community, and I have plenty of community to invest in and focus on now. So I want to be thankful for that. As I've said in previous Slices of Cheese episodes, I'm happy with where we're at, and I want to invest in you guys and enjoy your company and not just want more people. So this is not permanent. I may go back to a video every week once I get in the swing of things, or after the house gets built, or I don't know. But for now, I need some recovery time to be able to do other things in my life, spend time with family, and get some other projects done that I haven't gotten to just because I've been focusing so much on this. But I still am fully committed to this content creator role, you guys. I really love hanging out with you guys. Nothing really changes otherwise. It's just going to be a video every other week instead of every week. And hopefully I'll be able to stream, hopefully more consistently. I look forward to hanging out with all you guys. I'm sorry that this is a little bit of solemn news. Not as much Colby Thunder videos to watch. Yeah, you'll have to wait a little longer to get through the series that we're in the middle of. but that's okay. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you later.